Let's give a big round of applause for Mr. Prashant Pansare, founder and CEO of Rubiscape, the Emerging Business Leader of the Year award. Prashant's leadership is shaping the future of this data science, AI, and machine learning business. His commitment to innovation is reflected in his recent patents in advanced analytics and cognitive systems.
Thank you very much, Pragati Leadership. First, for two things. One is that people like Arun, who have been the first generation entrepreneur, itself are exemplary leaders, and almost now 4 decades of existence where the HR fraternity in India especially was not so much obsessed with this leadership coaching kind of a thing. So, we look at you as one of the role models in industry who has actually shaped up a lot of young, bright minds. So my congratulations to you also, and as you are getting into the 4th decade of performance. Even before I come to my experiences and experiments of leadership, I would also like to thank Pragati for one more reason for conducting this program here, because I am probably a non-accomplished cricketer. I wanted to play for India, but that dream was shattered. As we are expected to be engineers and get into the corporate world with the mediocre, humble family backgrounds. So I can, in my memory, I can say that I won an award at the MCA. So it is always interesting, and I wish Pragati to take this program to the next horizon, so that the next award ceremony you host at maybe the Wankhede. So let it grow to that size. Well, let me share with you some reflections, but one confession before that is that I'm an accidental entrepreneur. So, like anybody, and few people actually did mention that even these Maharashtrian surnames are not good for business, right? So I belong to that category. And like Three Idiots, I did my engineering in mechanical, and then my father actually pushed me for an MBA, and I landed up in an IT job. First few years I was doing well in a glamorous world. So I always say that, I was happy but not satisfied, because satisfaction comes from your accomplishments and what you really want to do. And when I was actually thinking at that time that where is this journey going to take me? And I thought that, okay, IT, services is actually the rat race. So one company wins an award or, get the customer contract, and then, you are actually building up the service delivery business. And I was not really happy about it. And the analogy was that even if you win in the rat race, you end up being a rat. So what is that you choose to do? So I decided to jump into this, first generation entrepreneurial craze and set up a company way back in 2004, almost 20 years back, in business intelligence, and build up that company as a bootstrap for 20 years. And we have more than 100 Fortune clients, helping them in doing the data intelligence. The business model was fairly simple. If the customers are the kings, the Chandraguptas, we are giving them Chanakya Niti. Or if they are Akbars, we are their Chatur Birbals. And how we can coexist and co-create a value for their business. And that itself was quite exciting, is that, you go beyond technology and actually try and understand the customer business and help them excel. Because to me, the leadership is basically two things. The inside-out approach and outside-in approach. So the leaders create an environment, but environments build leadership. And when environment build leadership, it is always fluid and very dynamic, right? As a business, last almost 2 decades, and as she mentioned, that we've seen 4 recessions, and every recession with one probably the COVID kind of a lockdown, a historic lockdown, it actually changed a lot of things in industry. And how you constantly go on reinventing yourself. And that's why I said that if you're a leader, if you're an entrepreneur, your environment is making you, and it will always keep you on toes to get the best out of it. And leadership is not only about self, but it is how you lead the change, right? And over years, I realized that when you can't teach anybody anything, but you can help them learn, right? As leaders, don't just be taskmasters, but how can you be the coach's mentor, and how can you lead with an example. And these things actually, come back. Coming back to, what I've been doing for past few years is that borrowing from that experience, we started actually productizing our experiences into India's first data science and artificial intelligence software product from Pune or from Maharashtra. And it's almost more than 10 lakh line of code that we've written. And this product is actually, taking us places. We have signed up with Indian Defense. So, we have set up our research labs at some of the IITs and leading institutions. We also have signed up with some of the public sector, one of the largest, container handling port in India. Some of the large enterprises. I'm also happy to share and thank, Praj is here. Their R&D division has recently signed up to actually optimize their research and experimentation process using this software. So thanks, for these industry captains for their faith on the Made in India product, because we are actually going against the flow, right? Brand product India is not yet there. And while we are actually going there, people do ask that, okay, so where did this company come from? And when we say that it is an Indian product company, you have to also navigate through some of those perceptions. But it's an exciting adventure and I'm enjoying it. When it comes to this kind of a recognition, when your leaders, and some people also did mention in their earlier talks, is that, inspiration does wonders to everybody. But I think this is probably one award and many winners. This is also the recognition of the team that actually, works behind it. I would also like to, mention very specifically my family, especially my friend who turned my wife later on, Trupti, for being here. She's also part of both the bootstrap companies as the director. So, sometimes when it comes to walk the talk, you can imagine that what kind of challenge, we have, that we stay together, we work together. When it actually comes to that, that's why I said that leadership is actually managing yourself and managing yourself with the environment and, your ideas. So from ideas to impact, when you want to actually make, follow that kind of a pursuit, how do you organize yourself? And these kind of, awards with so many outstanding leaders here definitely help you motivate to do more, better and bigger to create a holistic, the overall impact. Thank you once again for having us here, and all the juries for selecting and nominating us here, and wish you a wonderful evening ahead.